Welcome to a brand new week of the Unemployed Journeyman here on the channel, and we start today with two games in the Champions League group stage, including a game against Pyramids, who are likely to be one of the best teams in the tournament. Welcome to the video, everybody. And we've played a few games since you were last with me on Friday. In Friday's episode, we had Supersport United in the Super 8 final, which we won 1-0 thanks to a Lorato Shweni goal. By the way, he's not scored for me since that game, and he has been playing. Golden Arrows were up next in that episode. We beat them 4-0. And then we moved on to Amatuks, and we won 3-1. We then played Sundowns in the South African Knockout Cup first round, and we won that at a canter 5-0. Mayambela we had a rotated team in that game as well. Mayambela with a couple of goals, Gudi Mofokeng and Frimpong getting on the score sheet. We then played Sekakune United in the league away from home, a 1-1 draw in that game. Then we come up against the Kaiser Chiefs at home in the league, a 1-0 win, a Kamalo penalty. Then we had Amatuks in the South African Knockout Cup quarter-final. Now, I got really confused at this point because when the draw was made, it came up that I was facing a team called University of Pretoria or something. And I've looked at it, I thought, I've never heard of that team before. They must be a first division team. So I clicked on the first division and there's no team in there like it. So I went into our own division. There's no team in there like it. And then it dawned on me that University of Pretoria is actually Amatuks. So yeah, I never would have guessed that based on the names, put it that way. Then we played Supersport United. This was a run of a bit of frustration, really. Supersport United in the Premier League at home, we drew 0-0. Then we played Swallows at home, drew 0-0. Then we played Pretoria Callies at home, drew 2-2, not 0-0, out of Desmond. Mofokeng and Moses getting on the score sheet there, but two games there where he didn't score a goal or concede a goal. Then we played Richards Bay in the most recent game. It's the second time we've played them now this season, and we beat them away from home 3-2. Kamalo getting a couple of goals and Ndevu getting on the score sheet as well. And that means in today's episode, we have Pyramids and the Remo Stars, both in the Champions League Group B. And looking at the group stage, Pyramids, there's every chance they are the best team in this group. If we have a look at them, they're from Egypt. I don't know how they're doing in their leagues. We don't have Egyptian leagues in FM. One thing I would say, FM, can you get more Egyptian leagues in here rather than forcing people to download databases and things like that? But anyway, Pyramids are from Egypt. Egypt are the number one nation in Africa. Tunisia are number 2, and then South Africa number 3. Then we've got the Remo All-Stars of Nigeria and Army or whatever they're called from the Ivory Coast. We will have a good idea after we've played today's games of whereabouts we sit within this group. If we get a win against Pyramids today, then I will solidly believe that this could be the season we go on to win the African Champions League. If we get soundly beaten by them, then it will be quite obvious for me that there's at least one more season left of this save. And personally, I think we probably will get beaten. I think Pyramids probably will end up being better than us, but we will soon see. In terms of the South African Premiership, we are top of the table. We're actually unbeaten at the halfway point in the season. 9 wins, 6 draws, 33 points. We do have a game in hand over Pretoria Callies, who currently sit in second, but we are level on games with Supersport United and Orlando Pirates, who are currently 5 points behind us. So that's probably more of a realistic look at where we are in the league. Right, if we have a quick look at finances, 1.2 million in the bank, plenty in the transfer budget and wage budget. In terms of dynamics, we have good team cohesion, excellent club atmosphere, and very good managerial support. And all there is really to do now is to move over to the Matchday Centre, where we can play the game against Pyramids. And here we are for that game against Pyramids. The team we're going out with is Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Masetti and Roman in the centre of defence, Gobesi and Maloto in midfield, Mofokeng and Nkobo out wide with Kamalo and Shweni up top. I'm still keeping with Shweni. Again, in the next game, I might actually bring in either Ndevu or Daniel Mayambela for him if he doesn't score today, or at least have a good game. But yeah, let's see how he gets on. The subs bench is pretty much as it usually is. The one thing I've got to say is that Ephraim Mokoena, our backup goalkeeper, that is just as good as our number one goalkeeper. I'm not able to register him still, and it makes absolutely no sense that you have to register a Champions League squad before the transfer window closes if you're not able to then register again once the transfer window closes, especially as this is the start of a group stage. You know, they've got players missing that they can't register, and I presume that's for the same reason as us, is that they've not been able to register since they bought them. But anyway, that's my little moan out of the way. Let's get on with the game. I'm very curious with this game as well, actually, because, like I say, Pyramids are likely to be an exceptional team, or a good team, rather, because they are an Egyptian team, and Egypt and Tunisia are the two top African nations. They're playing a 4-3-3 formation, by the way. Right, we get a highlight right from kickoff. Isn't always a good thing, but hopefully it will be good for us. But we give the ball away, like, it took us 10 seconds for the first time we gave the ball away. And it remains a frustration for him. But again, like that, I mean, we win the ball back and then immediately we just give it back to him again. It's such a frustration. It's one of the things that really makes me not like being in league. I mean, what was that from them? We just picked up a loose ball in midfield. There's Choueni now. He's into the box. Mofokeng, he's hit the crossbar, and Kobo, it's a goal from Gabesi. His first of the season. The lad has finally got a goal this season. He's put us 1-0 up in the first minute of the game. That is an excellent, excellent start, because if we win this comfortably, I don't necessarily mean like 4-0, 5-0, 3-0, 6-0, whatever. But if the stats prove it to be comfortable and it's, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, something like that, then I will have great belief in our ability. I get a feeling that Al Ali may be, along with, I know ES Tunis are a very good team, but I think Al Ali may be the best of the Egyptian teams in this competition. Here's Massetti now in the midfield, or in their defence rather. Mofokeng to Kamalo, and Kamalo scores his 20th for the season. The referee's going to disallow it. Of course, we have VAR in the Champions League, which we don't have in our domestic league. It's been disallowed. It's not his 20th goal of the season. It's not 2-0 to us. Just forget if that happened. Army are beating Remo Stars. So we'll probably get an idea as well out of these two teams who's the better of the two. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to be Army that are the better of the two teams. And Massetti, with his second goal of the season from an Nkobo corner, it is now 2-0. There's no disallowing of that goal. That was a very well struck header from Massetti. We lead 2-0. Let's not concede straight after scoring, because I don't like that. I find that very frustrating. Oof, blast it over the bar. I mean, I don't think he got the memo that if you hit it on target, you're most likely going to score. Here's Nkobo with another corner, and Massetti with another goal. That is clearly a plan. Nkobo to Massetti from the corner, and it's got us 2 goals in this game. He only had 1 goal before this game started. He's now got 3 goals for the season. Right, they have a free kick. We win the ball and then keep controlling it for the second ball. Here's Mofokeng on the left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the box? He's going to try. He gives it to Gabesi, to Kamalo. Oh, we hit the post, but it was actually offside, so it won't count as a hitting the woodwork. We have actually hit the woodwork twice in this game already. We are 3-0 up. We have dominated this first half. Maybe Pyramids aren't quite the team that I thought they were. I think they have won this competition on a few occasions, though, so I think they are actually a very good side. Al Ali winning 3-1 in their game. Tunis are 1-0 against Azam FC. Haroya AC against Raja Casablanca. Remo Stars have equalised against Army as well, by the way. Sorry if I'm just going through names of random African teams. I just love some of the names you get in African football. I think they're absolutely splendid. Right, Choueni has had his time. He's coming off, and Davu will come on for him. And I'll swap them. Is there much of a difference? Not really any difference. We're just leaving Davu. Kamalo seems to be enjoying himself as the poacher. Then I think Shambele can come on for Maloto, and that will be the second substitution that we make. But yeah, 3 assists from Nkobo in this game. A hat-trick of assists. I'd love to see that. That was a bit of a wasted free kick from us there, just punting the ball forward for the goalkeeper to take. We win the first ball. We get control of it now. Moffakem with a ball over the top for Ndavu. He scored. The reason I held on to that celebration was because I had a feeling he was going to stick his finger in his ear. It is a goal though. It's 4-0. And Ndavu with the goal. Very good ball that was as well, over the top for him. We get a highlight. I'd like to keep a clean sheet here. See, that's the ball that worries me, is when they go over the top and the striker beats their defenders for pace. It's not happened since I noted it earlier in the season. But here's Moffakem now. Pulls it back for Gabesi. Frimpong. Oh, Frimpong fancy getting a goal himself there. It's gone out for a corner. It's going to be a short one from Nkobo to Gabesi. Moffakem back to Gabesi. Tries to get the ball in the box, but it took a deflection and is cleared. 4-0. What a wonderful, wonderful world we're living in. We win the ball back straight away there as well. We go back to Sifo Roman, who tries to find Nkobo and does. Got to be the danger man. Nkobo finds Ndavu. Can he get the ball in for Kamalo? No, brings it out to Frimpong. He puts the ball in the box. Moffakem comes in. It comes off the crossbar, and it's his 6th goal of the season. It's 5-0 to Cape Town against the Pyramids. And I am shocked by how easy this game has been. I really am. Right, what else do we want to make? What other changes do we want to make? I think Nkobo can come off now for Kalashaweo. And I think Jabali can come off. We bring Simo Williams on there. He can play. He's not listed as being able to play left back, but he can. And I think we'll just do that for the time being. I don't want to get carried away and do all my substitutions with 16, 17 minutes still to go. But Moffakem and Frimpong also getting on. I mean, Moffakeng's had a goal and an assist in today's game. He's played very well also. It's been a very good performance from us, actually. It's probably been the best performance we've had for a little while. Probably since the Super Sport United game where we won 5-0 in that one. They put the corner into the box. I'd rather not concede. As I said earlier, I would like a clean sheet, and we've given a penalty away. I mean, maybe a goalkeeper wants to save it. Who knows? I mean, he won't, but we can hope. I've got my fingers crossed for him. I've got my toes crossed. I've got my legs crossed. Well, I have now. Right, Helmy, who won the penalty, will take the penalty, and he scores it straight down the middle. Gomazulu ran away towards the corner flag because he didn't want to get anywhere near that ball. I mean, it's been a very good, comfortable win. They've not been anywhere. Look at the stats. They've not been anywhere near this game. It has been very, very easy for us. And Remo Stars have beaten Army. We've got Remo Stars next. I don't want to sound too arrogant or anything, but if we beat the Remo Stars, then I fancy us to qualify from this group very, very comfortably. Let's go and play the Remo Stars. And here we are for the game against Remo Stars away from home. And we make one change to the team that played Pyramids. Ndavu has come in for Shweni. I've got fed up with him not scoring, so I've brought Ndavu on. Maybe if we bring Shweni on as a substitute, he might become inspired and decide to score. But we have Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Massetti and Roman in the centre of defence, Gabesi and Maloto in the centre of midfield, with Moffakem and Nkobo out wide, Kamalo and Ndavu up top, and the bench looks basically the same as it always does, with the exception it's got Shweni on there instead of Ndavu. Right, let's get into it then. A 5-1 win against what I think is going to be, or I thought was going to be, the best team in the league in Pyramids. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 cheaty formation, probably Gagan press and all this sort of stuff. We're sticking to our usual 4-2-4. This formation has been a revelation. I've not played this formation yet in FM24, but obviously decided to do it because our usual 4-3-3 that we've had all over the world did not seem to be working here. Massetti with a shot and Massetti with a goal. This guy is on fire. You get it every now and then where a player just is pretty much the player of the episode. I want to get the league table on here. There you go. And Massetti with now 3 goals in this episode. He only had 1 goal to his name at the start of this episode. He's now got 4 for the season. He has been on fire. Remo Stars obviously got a win over Army in the first game of the episode. We get the ball now. It's with Ndavu to Khumalo. It will be interesting as well to see how Khumalo does with Ndavu as his partner, because obviously he's got the green lines linking him and Shueni. What I don't want to do is bring someone into the team that affects Khumalo's performance. As I'm saying that, the Remo Stars have just equalised. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Maybe the Remo Stars are going to be the better team after all. Pyramids are winning, by the way. Where are they around here? Can't seem to find them on here. There you go. They're winning 1-0 against Army. So Army do look like they're the whipping boys of the group. But these guys here, the Remo Stars, are giving me food for thought. And that, I thought that was 2-1. I really thought that had gone in the back of the net. And this is not as straightforward a game as I was actually anticipating it to be. We are away from home. Maybe that plays a little part in it. But here's me thinking, oh, we'll just get a nice, comfortable 2-0, 3-0 win today. You know, we might concede a goal because it's what we do. But yeah, they are. I mean, we look at the stats. We are slightly better in terms of shots and whatever. But in terms of average rating, we're very even with the Remo Stars. We now have a free kick. Gabessi will take it over on the left-hand side. And Davu, I thought that was it as well. Maloto back to Frimpong, and that was never troubling anybody. I think that got deflected onto the woodwork, but it's not showing it hit the woodwork there. Right, I was just about to make a substitution. But Nkobo with an outswing of a corner towards Massetti. My word, Massetti has scored again. Do I just put him up front? Is his 4th goal of the episode, his 5th goal of the season? He's put us back ahead. We've just become the Massetti team. Right, Simo Williams can come on for Frimpong because he's not playing particularly well. I mean, to be fair, Jabali's not having a great game either. Nobody really is. We'll take Gabessi off for Masuku. There are 2 substitutions on the 65th, 66th minute. But Nkobo, if Massetti's going to keep scoring goals, Nkobo's going to end up with a ton of assists. Here's Nkobo again on the right-hand side. Massetti won't be up there. Williams puts the ball in. Oh, Mofokeng. I was at Mofokeng for an opportunity to put the game out of reach, you would imagine. Right, Mofokeng can actually come off for Kanya Moses. And Davu can come off for Shueni. I did say I'd bring Shueni on and give him a bit of time from a sub bench. So we'll give him the last, with time added on, probably 20 minutes. Right, we have a corner over on the left-hand side. Moses has the ball. Gives it to Jabali, to Massetti, back to Jabali. Switches play to Simo Williams. He's going to have to go on his own because Nkobo's gone into the box. He puts it into the box and it's Nkobo that he finds his 7th goal of the season. It's 3-1. And finally, we seem to be in a very good, comfortable position. Nkobo, 2 assists and a goal. Here's Moses now from the right-hand side, so with an in-swinger towards the back post. Massetti, I thought Massetti was going to get that. And Nkobo, it's fallen to Massetti again. What can he do from here? He gives the ball away. And now he's out of position. They could counter-attack if they move a bit of pace. But we're getting players back. And Masuku wins the ball back anyway. So, I mean, Massetti has been the star of the show. Right, Jabali can come off for Nlovu. And we swap him and Williams over. We have another highlight. Williams with the throw-in on the left-hand side. Looks like he's drying the ball on his shirt. I presume that's what he's doing anyway. Moses puts the ball into the box and Khumalo scores. Is it coincidence that Khumalo has scored a goal once Shueni gets back on the field? That will be interesting to find out. It really will. Because Davies been complaining he's not getting enough game time. 4 minutes added on. It's finished 4-1. 2 goals from Leolo Massetti. 1 from Pagiso Nkobo and 1 from Khumalo. I'm not even going to try and say that. A 4-1 win and a 5-1 win in our first 2 Champions League games. I think this group is going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that now. We will see some more action from the Champions League group stage before it wraps itself up. But I'm certainly not going to be worried about showing every game from the Champions League. If we have a look at the schedule, what I was originally planning on doing was coming back for Cape Town Spurs and Uppington City. Then I saw that Cape Town Spurs were having the worst season of their life. They're 15th, up into the City of rock bottom on 16th. I just thought it's not very inspirational playing two teams at the bottom of the league. I also saw as well that there's, after Cape Town Spurs, we have the winter break where there's like over a month between the two games. So what I think we'll do instead is we'll play Orlando Pirates who are second in the table, and we'll probably do Cape Town Spurs. We might do Army just so we can say we've played all three. In fact, yeah, that's what I think we will do. We'll play Army and Orlando Pirates. That way we can say we've played all three teams in the group. When we get down to this stage, we may well just skip them and just play them off camera if it looks like we are absolutely cruising through the group. But we've also got the South African Cup semi-final against Amazulu that I'll play off camera, because we've already played Amazulu like 3 times this season. I'm getting absolutely fed up of playing them, quite honestly. So I have no interest in putting that on camera. We then play Chippa United, who are 13th, and we come back tomorrow for Army and Orlando Pirates. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of wonderful, amazing stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.